Well, here we go. Chapter 4, Junie B Jones, Spooky and Scary. Pretty soon, Mother came home from work, and I zoomed to her speedy quick and handed her the broom. Mother, come on. Come on, let's go get the monster, I hollered. Mother turned her head real slow, and she looked at Grandma Miller. Grandma sucked in her cheeks. A monster, she said, kind of quiet, under the bed. We've been waiting for you to come home so you can bash its head in. I tugged her sweatshirt. Plus, tell her about the drool, Grandma, I said. But Grandma Miller headed to the door, and she said the words, I'm out of here. I pulled on Mother's arm. Come on, Mother. This monster's really real, 'cause Polly Allen Puffer told me everybody has a monster under their bed. Plus, that Grace said it can turn invisible, and so that is how come we never saw that guy before. Mother sat down at the kitchen table, and she lifted me onto her lap. Then she said that Polly Allen Puffer was just trying to scare me. And plus, that Grace didn't know what she was talking about. There is no monster under your bed, Junie B. I promise you. Monsters are not real, she said. Oh, yes, they are. They are too real. 'Cause Polly Allen Puffer's brother even said so, and he's in 7th grade. And he said monsters crawl on your bed, and they fit your whole head in their mouth. And so that is where the drool comes from, 'cause I am not a baby. And just then, I heard the front door open. It was my daddy. He was home from work, too. Daddy, there's a monster under my bed, only you said monsters aren't real, but they really, really are. I pulled on his arm. Come on, Daddy, let's go get him. Daddy looked at Mother a real long time. They went in the hall and did whispering, and pretty soon Daddy came back to me. He said we would look for the monster after dinner, but first we would cook some hamburgers on the grill. Oh, boy, I said. Oh, boy. 'Cause hamburgers are my most favorite thing in the whole wide world. Plus, also, I like biscotti and meatballs. After that, me and Daddy went outside. He got a flipper for the hamburgers, then he gave me a flipper too, 'cause I'm old enough, and that's why. And I runned all over with that thing. I flipped a rock and a flower and a dirt ball. Plus, also, I flipped a dead lizard I found in the driveway. Then Mother took my flipper away. 'Cause I am not old enough, and that's why. After dinner, I took my bath. Then Mother and Daddy read me a story, and they hugged me goodnight. See you in the morning, said Mother. See you in the morning, said Daddy. I sat up in my bed. Yeah, only I can't even sleep in here, 'cause you guys didn't bash that monster yet. Daddy rubbed his tired eyes. There are no monsters, Junie B. There is nothing to be afraid of, he said. Then he kissed me, and he went out of my room, and Mother went with him. And I quick got out of bed, and I followed those two, and they turned around and spotted me. Hello, how are you today? I said, very pleasant. I am going to sit in the kitchen and not bother anyone. Plus, also, I might watch Eyewitness News at 10. Daddy throwed his hands in the air. Then he turned on my light, and he looked for the monster all over the place. First, he looked under my bed, then he looked in my closet, and in my drawers, and in my trash can, plus also he looked in my crayon box. Helps if I can turn the pages. I'm sorry. No monsters, Junie B, he said. No monster anywhere. You're going to have to believe me. Monsters are not real. And he sat down on my bed. I'm going to go now, he said. I'm going to leave your door open, and I'm going to leave the hall light on. But this is it, okay? You have to trust me, Junie B. There is no monster under your bed. I holded on to his shirt. Yeah, only tuck in my sheets, okay? Tuck them in real tight, or else my feet might hang over the side, and piggy toes look like little wiener sausages. Daddy tucked in my sheets. There. Now. Good night. Yeah, only get my teddy, okay, Daddy? Plus also my Raggedy Ann named Ruth and my Raggedy Andy named Larry. And get my stuffed elephant named Philip Johnny Bob. Daddy got all those guys for me, and he tucked them in my bed. There. That's it. Good night. he said. He walked right out of my room and kept on going down the hall. I looked around in the dark. It was spooky and scary in there. "Philip Johnny Bob wants a drink of water," I shouted out real loud. I waited and waited. "Yeah, only he really, really needs one on account of he's having a problem with his trunk." Daddy still didn't come. "Raggedy Ruth needs a Kleenex," I yelled next. After that, my voice got quieter. "Raggedy Larry wants a cookie," I said, but Daddy still didn't come. Chapter 5. My worstest night ever. It was my worstest night ever. I didn't sleep any winks. That's because I had to keep my eyes open or else the monster wouldn't stay invisible. I heard Mother and Daddy go to bed. "Good night, everybody. Good night. It's me. It's Junie B Jones, and I am still awake in here because I can't even close my eyes or the monster will come." Mother and Daddy didn't yell back. "Plus, here's another thing I need to tell you. Don't turn out the hall light and don't shut my door. Plus, don't shut your door either." "Go to sleep," grouched Mother. I smiled, very relieved. "It was good to hear your voice," I said, kind of quiet. After that, Mother and Daddy got in bed and they turned out their light, and Daddy started to snore. "Oh no," I said. "Now he won't even be awake to save me if the monster comes." I pulled Philip Johnny Bob out of my covers. "I will save you," he said. "I will squirt water in the monster's face. Plus also I will stop him with my giant elephant feet. And so now you can close your eyes and you don't even have to worry about that guy." I looked and looked at him. "Yeah, only here's the problem," I said. "You're not actually strong because you just have fluff in you. Plus also you can't really squirt water, and so who am I kidding here?" Philip Johnny Bob stared at me for a real long time. Then he went back under the covers, and all of a sudden I heard feet in the hall. It was monster feet, I think. They kept getting closer and closer to me. Then pretty soon, they run right in my room. And guess what? It was my dog, Tickle. That's what. "Tickle! Tickle, I'm so glad to see you, because now you can protect me from the monster, and so why didn't I think of this before?" I pulled back my covers and patted for him to jump up. "Here, Tickle, you can sleep right on my pillow, because Mother won't even find out about this." Tickle springed right up there. He run all around my bed. He put his head under my sheets and run down to my feet. "No, no, no, Tickle, you have to come back up here, or else how will you even protect me?" Again, the pages. It would be a lot easier if they turned themselves. I pulled him back up. He put his paws on Raggedy Larry and chewed his red hair. "No, Tickle, no," I said, and just then Tickle springed over me and he landed on my elephant named Philip Johnny Bob. He holded him by his trunk and he shake that guy all around. I saved Philip Johnny Bob just in time, and then I pushed Tickle off my bed and he runned out of my room. Philip Johnny Bob was very upset. I petted his trunk. Also, I hugged Raggedy Larry. Only too bad for me, because just then Raggedy Ruth fell right out of my bed, and on account of the dumb sheets weren't tucked in anymore. Me and Raggedy Larry peeked over the side at her. "Get her," said Raggedy Larry. "Yeah, only I can't get her," I said, real upset, "or else the monster will grab my hand and pull me right under the bed." I thought about what to do. Then all of a sudden, I picked up all my friends in my arms. "We have to make a run for it," I told them. "We have to sleep with Mother and Daddy tonight because we will be safe with them. Plus, they won't even know we're there because their bed is the size of a king." I stood on the side of my bed. Then I jumped way out to the middle of the floor, and I quick picked up Raggedy Ruth, and I ran to Mother and Daddy's room. They were sleeping and snoring. "Shh," I said to Raggedy Larry. "Shh," I said to Philip Johnny Bob. Then all of us crawled down the middle of their bed, and we sneaked under their covers. Only too bad for me, 'cause Mother rolled right over on Philip Johnny Bob's trunk, and it waked her right up. She turned on the light, and I did a gulp. Hello, how are you today? Me and my friends are sleeping here because we didn't think you'd mind, probably. Mother carried me back to my room zippity quick. Then she leaned close to my ear and she talked very scary with her teeth closed. Do not get out of bed one more time, she said. And guess what? I didn't.